Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give me 1 second here. I just ran in the house. I'm just getting home. Just getting home. I set my live because I missed my video today. Been out taking care of some business. So I wanted to pop on and do a quick live tonight. Probably just be on here about an hour tonight because I got my good shirt on. So I really don't want to sweat out my shirt. So, I just came in the house and I had to throw my hat on because I ain't got my hairline on straight. So I had to put my hat on. So now remember tonight, put your hashtag Q in front of the question so that I can identify the question in the chat. And I try to go in order the best I can, but sometimes the chat just kind of, it'll go up by itself. I don't know how or why it does that, but I try to go in order as you post your question. And I didn't post a video today. Hopefully I get to post one tomorrow. And yesterday video was for the fellas. Just felt the need to do that. Been dealing with a lot in these, coaching sessions and just hearing so much going on with the men out here right now today that I needed to speak to the guys. So I'm gonna see. First question popped in: how do men view women who dress provocative? Unless that's like for a photo shoot or something like that, a man typically sees it as low self-esteem and attention seeking. I know a lot of times women say it has nothing to do with that, and that it's just because they like their body or just because that's how they want to dress. But we really don't do anything just for ourselves because we live around other people. So everything is to a certain degree for other people, because if we just did everything for ourselves, we wouldn't even put clothes on. But we put clothes on for a reason. So when a woman is dressing provocatively, you know, provocative, you got to look at the root word too. So a man sees that as attention seeking, and that she wants to be sought after or praised for, the assets that she's showing. And whether it's right or wrong, that's just how men interpret it. If a man inbox me and send a DM with his phone number and you message them back and they don't call, why? Should a woman call a man when he sends his number? No, you shouldn't call a man when he sends his number. How should a woman handle rejection from men she likes? You got to see that as, like you dodged a bullet. Because if you like a man and he don't like you back, that means that you would have just got drugged through the mud. Imagine holding on to somebody's shirt and they trying to get away from you. If somebody pulling this way and you holding on to their shirt, they just gonna drag you. And so that's what it looks like when you want a man who doesn't want you. Y'all hold on now. Marilyn, God bless you now. I know you say that men change for their women, but I don't see a lot of men growing up and changing. Although there are good women out here, what does this mean? A man changed for the woman that's for him. So if a man is not changing for a woman, that woman is not the woman for him. He doesn't see that woman as his woman. You might see them together, but that doesn't mean that's his woman. Because to be honest with you, just the way the numbers fall, you may bump into or date 10 people before meeting the one. Some people may date 100 people, go on 100 dates before meeting the one. So just because somebody together don't mean that they meant to be together. So that's what the issue is right there. Let me see. My good friend wants to set me up with a guy she dated in college over 15 years ago. Thoughts? I wouldn't do it. Anybody she done had That's sloppy seconds, and a lot of times they want to do that just to get back in touch with the person, and she just don't want to get back in touch with them on her own name, so she want to throw your name on there. No, tell her you all right. You'll wait on the Lord. Do you think it's smart to start a relationship with a coworker? Only if you're willing to lead a job. So if you're willing to get a transfer or to quit the job, if you build a strong soul tie and then y'all break up, because it'll be torture going to that job if you got a soul tie with that person and y'all don't work out. Tony, I am doing the work to get over the ex, but I want to be over him already. We only dated 4 months. We'll say that we had a lot of deep combos and spent a lot of time together, so maybe that's it. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. You can't put a time limit on it. Can't rush it. You know, keep doing the work. Let me see. Michelle, God bless you. I have a longtime friend who's now married, and he insists on staying in touch with me. You got to ask yourself, what is it doing to your spirit, and how kind of in touch is he staying with you? If it's happy birthday, then that's different. If it's Merry Christmas, that's different. But if he trying to text you or call you every week, now you know he doing the most. You know he looking for that outside energy. Miracle A, what is your cash out? It's my name. It got the money sign, then Tony Gaskins, the way it's spelled. Some people spell my name wrong though, or don't leave the S on there. Somebody sent me a blessing today, and I just want to tell you, bless you. Somebody sent me a blessing and said no need for a shout out, but I got to give you a shout. I ain't gonna say your name now, just in case your cousin on here and ask you for some money yesterday. But thank you. That sure bless me now. Lady E, bless you. Thank you for your obedience, man of God. Read both books, have been to the seminar, changed my life, no question. God bless you. Thank you for that there. Kim, bless you now. Bless you. Thanks for that video yesterday, Mr. Gaskins. It's just what I needed to show my son as a single black mom and couldn't put into words myself. The way you spoke really calmed my spirit and hopefully my son's. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you for that support of that video. I turned the advertisements off on that video so it'll be no interruptions. And I really appreciate y'all who checked it out and shared it, especially. Roxy, God bless you now. Blessing to you and the First Lady. Bless you now, Roxy. Nigel, maybe that's your name. Bless you now. I'm trying to forgive a guy who used and abandoned me. He's 34. I'm 26. He texted me. He missed me. I called, and this 19-year-old girl picked up and was yelling at me. I keep thinking of revenge, but I want to let go. Let go. Let go. That's the best thing you could do is let go. Start the healing process now. Learn from it now. See, what you have to do when you go through something like that, what you got to do is you have to sit down and you got to look at everything that transpired, and you have to get the lessons. If you can't understand it, then you may need to work with a coach. Go on mymentor.life and book a coaching session and go through it and learn every red flag that you missed, every mistake that you made, and write it down. Write it in your journal and get it in your spirit so that when it comes up again, you won't fall for the same thing. Because that's what we do wrong so often, is we fall for the same thing because we don't take time to look at what we did wrong. So when you think about a relationship from the past, what you have to do is think about what you did wrong and what you could do better next time. And what you have to do is get the lessons from it. So that why, while it's on your mind, it's just not taking up space rent free. You getting something from it. So make sure you do that now. Now let me see. I'm gonna see if I could get in this here chat, grab some of these questions. Lady, God bless you now. Why is my soon-to-be ex making fake Facebook profiles and pretends to be another man to see if I might respond? It's been a lot of DM, but I know it's him because he has a signature phrase he uses. He probably is looking for something to hang his hat on. He needs something to be able to say this why it didn't work out. She's a cheater. She cheated on me. She was cheating on me. He also want to see that if he's about to be your ex, he also wants to see if it's because you're talking to other men. See, some men look at you like Boo Boo the Fool. Some men think you look like Who Shot John and forgot to kill him. So sometimes a man will look at you and say, "Ain't nowhere in the world she finding the strength to leave me unless she entertaining other men." So that's why he trying to trip you up. Another thing is, men just hate failure. My ex got mad, left nasty messages, texts, and voicemails today because I won't be with him. I told him leave me alone. He's still texting and leaving messages. Tony, was I right for not responding anymore? You're absolutely right. You did the right thing. Can a guy come back out of ego the first time, but then come back another time out of heart? Anything is possible. Anything is possible, but you got to look at the guy. You got to look at the guy. So it depends on his character. It depends on his integrity. Why did y'all even break up to begin with? And how do you know it was ego the first time? And how do you know it's heart the next time? So typically, if a guy's genuine, for one, if he has to come back, he coming back out of heart. Point blank, period. So if a guy comes back out of ego, the next time he coming back, he's still coming back out of ego, but he knows how to disguise it as coming back out of heart. So it's possible, but it's not probable. Gia, God bless you now. Tony, my ex is my coworker now. I have healed and I know my power. He knows my standards and we are able to work together with no animosity. Should I keep my distance? Yep, you ought to keep your distance. Because when you around him, he's still gonna trigger that part of your energy to a certain degree. And he could end up blocking your blessings. And he could be talking to you and somebody else, another woman, another guy could be looking at you. That could be your husband. And a woman over here could be, oh, that's her man. I guess they got back together. Just because you talking to him. So now he done block your blessing. Because Tall, Dark, and Handsome was watching you getting ready to holler at you. And could have been your husband. But now because you dealing with him, because you talking to him and y'all got history, somebody else and said, oh, I guess they back together. Boom. So that's why when you leave your ex, cut them all the way off. Cut the ex all the way off. Angela, God bless you. My ex told me he isn't good enough for me. He has been. Now he left, but said it was me who left. And now he told me to fix it. 2.5 years with 2 kids. I feel like he wants me to chase him. You feel right. You feel right. Your ex slapped crazy. Okay, your ex slapped crazy. So you need to get down to the child support court. As soon as they open it up in the midst of this here 19, get down there to that child support court. You finna get double for your trouble because you got 2 of them. You finna get double for your trouble. Get on down there because you're dealing with somebody that's cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs. So you need to get down there ASAP. You hear me? Monday morning. Be open. Help open the door. Monday morning. Be down there 7:30. They open at 8. Carmelita, God bless you now. Bless you, Carmelita. Bless you now. That's so nothing. You showing out now. Luna Moon, bless you now. From my heart, thank you. Left 11 years. I know my worth. Luna, stay strong. Keep going now. Akira, I was ghosted, accused of something I didn't do, and ignored by a man I dated briefly. He was a good guy and very consistent. Should I keep trying to plead my case or just leave it alone? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't ever try to plead your case unless you in the court of law. Because you dealing with a man and he playing Blues Clues and then he putting stuff on your name that you did not do. So that lets you know that you're going to have your hands full. And this while he young and healthy. You see what I mean? So now if he putting stuff on your name that you didn't do and he young and healthy, imagine growing old with that man and he start to get senile. Now he wrapping you up in Lunafor when he's 65, 70 years old, talking about you working for the government and you spying on him. And he wrap you up against the bedpost in aluminum foil. You see what I mean? So when you dealing with a man like that early and he start to blame you and accuse you of stuff, yeah, he got issues. So this is what I try to tell y'all now. This is what I try to tell y'all. Recognize crazy early. Recognize crazy early. And I'm always reminded of that because when I watch the news, I will see somebody, a lady, lose her life to a man in a very vile way. And I know in every case it's precursors. Well, there is antecedent behavior. It's little red flags. That's why I say recognize crazy early. Do not play with it. Do not play with it. You see a man cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, go on about your life. Cheryl M., God bless you. Tony, you are so diligent with your work. I want to work for myself too one day. How do you find motivation to go hard every day? Outside of God, of course. Well, I tell you what, the Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat. So it's kind of hard for you to want to work for yourself and go hard when you're working for somebody else. So I was balancing in two. 40 hours for them, 40 hours for me. Eventually, I was able to go full time for me because I was working hard because I wanted to work for me. And so now this is my job. So it might look like I'm diligent, but you have to realize that I've been building for 13 years. So when I do an hour video a day, imagine doing 1 hour video a day versus working on somebody's job for 8 to 12 hours. When you put it in perspective, I had to grind a lot of years, but now it's not as hard as it was. And I show up and I go to work, doing my work, coaching, writing, producing online courses, because I also got to feed my family. So beyond serving my purpose, I got to feed my family. Now, and speaking of courses, the life coach certification, because it's got a lot of life coaches on here right now tonight, aspiring life coaches. The price increase Monday. So June 1st, it's another price increase because we creeping back up to its original price because the country opening up, people going back to work. So the course will be creeping back up to its original price. You don't need a coupon code. It's already set with the discount. And it's on TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. Tim, God bless you. I don't have S. Can a breakup be emotional, painful? Yes, it can. That's what it's gonna be. Even if you are sleeping with somebody, it's still an emotional tie. I've been talking to for over a week. He shared with me he lost his mom over the weekend. Do I give him time? I'm confused, and this is awkward. You can say your condolences. Oh, I'm so sorry about your loss. And then over the next couple of days, being that he lost his mom, you can check in. Hey, just checking in on you. How are you? And you could do that just in light of things, for a few days. And then he should pick back up after about 7 days and start to initiate the contact. But if he rides this out and he doesn't come back around and he don't start initiating the contact, then keep it moving. Remember to put hashtag Q in front of your question. Put hashtag Q in front of your question. And only questions in the chat. Only questions in the chat so I could identify them easily. What does it mean if a man says him or you are not leaving the relationship, but in the same breath says you should move on and find someone to treat you better? That he crazy. And you need to do the latter. Move on and find somebody to treat you better. If a good-looking, accomplished guy is having trouble finding a woman when there are women everywhere, is he looking for someone specific like a wife? Yes, he looking for something specific. And guys can be picky. And the longer a man is single, the more picky he becomes, just like some women. But not all women can sometimes start to go the other way. But the longer a man is single, the more picky he becomes. But the other thing too, there are women everywhere. There are women everywhere, but a lot of women today being turned over to a reprobate mind. And I don't technically know what that means, but that's what the Bible says, and it just in the context sound like crazy. And from what I'm seeing in my comment section, is a lot of women losing their mind. And so I was talking to a good guy today, single, going on 30, take care of himself, great money, man of God, And he really struggling to find a sane woman that is just, and women have gone through so much that is so much insecurity, it's so much hurt, it's so much pain. That's why I'm on here doing what I do. That's what I do, trying to help heal hearts, trying to help ease the pain, trying to bring new knowledge. Because just as sorry as men getting out here today, you got to realize it's another side of that. If you got sorry men, then you're going to have broken and hurting women. And so now when you have a good man, it's so many broken and hurting women that the good man having problems meeting a good woman. And so I told him, I said, man, I said, bro, hey, God bless you, bro. I'm glad I'm out the game, and I'm married, because I see it ain't easy. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Because I coach people every day. I coach 2 to 4 people a day. And I seeing all the struggles that's going on, on both sides. So it's real out here. So that's why you got to equip yourself with the knowledge. Bowleg, God bless you now. Hey, Tony, I just wanted to give you a little tithe and offering because you're pouring into my life and so much. I've been using all you teach, and I believe I have a prospect. God bless you now. That sure will be a blessing if you do. Hey, Tony, no question today. Eileen, bless you now. Bless you. Let me find my next question. Is it okay if a man doesn't text during the day but call and text after work? Thank you for all you do. Yes, that's okay. That's totally fine. If he working, he got to work. And some jobs don't allow you to have your cell phone out. He got to make sure he secure the bag now. So that's totally fine. As long as he reaching out to you every day and y'all talking an ample amount of time, 30 minutes or more, then you're on the right path. Bridget Green, God bless you now. Thank you for that blessing, Bridget. Miss O, bless you. Hello, Tony. What's the name and version of the study Bible you read, please? I just read the Bible app. It's an app on the phone called the Bible app, and it got a brown Bible. There's an icon, and then in there it has the different versions. So I read the New Standard Version, I think it is, NSV, and or the International Standard Version, I think it might be called. I read the one that's kind of written in more plain English. And then sometimes I'll flip back to King James Version just to see how weird they said it. And then I flip it back to NSV to read it more in plain English. Love Nosa, God bless you now. My dad is cheating openly. My mom is choosing to ignore, but my siblings are affected emotionally by his cheating and her silence. How can I help? What you can do, if unless your daddy come from the old school to where if you step to him, he gonna swing on you, then you need to speak to him. Send him a text message. Send him a text message that speaks to his heart, that he could read over and over and over and say, Dad, you raised me and I always thought you were Superman. But now to see how you live in your life, I am disgusted, I am hurt, I am shocked, and I am appalled. Some days I feel almost ashamed to be your daughter. How can you come to this point and still call yourself a man and treat our mother this way? If you want to cheat, then be man enough to lead. You see what I mean? Sometimes you got to speak truth to power. You don't have to curse him out. You don't have to yell at him. You don't even got to step to him face to face. Sometimes it's on you to speak truth to power. Because a lot of times people don't see nothing wrong with what they're doing until somebody that loves them calls them out about it. So that's what you got to kind of look at. Will a guy be mad if you don't make out, but you're okay with kissing? I don't know what difference is that. Should you tell a guy you met that's constantly texting you, I've been thinking about you. You're not romantically interested in him, only 2 dates, and no conversation of substance. Should you tell a guy you met that's constantly texting you, I've been thinking about you. You're not romantically interested in him, only 2 dates and no conversation of stuff. Yeah, you don't have to say it like that, but you can tell him, hey, I've been meaning to tell you, I'm just not in a place to date. or anything like that. And I don't want to waste your time and lead you on, and I don't want to waste my time. So it's been great knowing you, but I really just would rather, bow out gracefully so that you can go on and meet your wife without me being a hindrance. Say something like that. So it's kind of, in a way, you saying it's me, not you, type of thing. Cherie Avery, God bless you. Now, my ex calls me still. We was together 8 years. He is with someone of 6 months. I got mad, pulled a knife, dropped charges. Should I do 14-day rule? Now, I don't know what that money sign with the LNO is now. I didn't take that class or missed the day on Abbreviation University for that one. What 14-day rule? You need to do the 140-day rule. Y'all was together 8 years. Okay, he already done moved on. He in another relationship. He pushed your button to the point that you done pull a knife on him. You could have took his life. He could have took your life. You could have went to jail. He could have went to jail. Listen, that's a fatal attraction. So what you need to do, cut him off all the way and move on about your life. Don't worry about no 14 days. You need to take 140 days. Then you need to take another 140 days. You got to move on with your life. So if you got to do coaching, whatever you got to do, you got to move on with your life. My family is dysfunctional and toxic, but I've been working on myself every day. When is a good time to tell a guy I'm dating or boyfriend about my family? That's not really necessary. He'll find out. He'll find out about it. Just make it about you and him, because a lot of people don't care about family. My family messy and toxic a lot of times, most of the time. And me and my wife going on 14 years of marriage now, and she see it, and it just kind of like, wow, really? But people don't really care about family. As long as your family ain't trying to, put hands on him or slice his tires or put him in bodily harm and danger, then them just being messy, that's something you deal with. If you got to block them, if you got to start responding to them, whatever you got to do, you deal with that. That's your family. You ain't got to put that on him. And because when a person with you, they with you. So everybody kind of expect the other person's family to be a little off to a certain degree. Recently talking to someone, he didn't reply to my text but watched my IG story. Should I address it, or is he just playing games? Um, well, the thing with IG stories is he could have been watching somebody else's story before yours and it just rolled to your story. And then since it had rolled to your story, he just let it keep rolling. So you can't take it as if he intentionally was watching your story. So because that's how it just works on there. Because I done been watching the story, and somebody will post something at me, and I look at it. And as soon as it's over, it go to their next story, and I'm like, oh Lord, they gonna think I'm watching all their stories because I see how y'all be asking me about somebody watching y'all story. So that's for one thing. And then two, if you talking to a guy, he's not responding to your text, then that means y'all no longer talking. So it ain't about playing games. It's about he trying to send you a message like, move on with your life. So that's what you got to realize. Move on with your life. Because you can't build something with somebody if y'all not communicating. And make sure you put the hashtag Q in front of your question so I can see it. And only put questions in the chat for right now. Should I do the life coaching if I am not all the way together in my life? Or should I just sign up for self-love you courses until I feel more confident? It's a personal choice. With the life coaching, you don't have to do it right now. If you sign up for it because you want to claim the discount for this 19 that we going through, and that's why I got it discounted. You just want to claim the discount. The course is self-directed. You could take it in January of 2021 with your New Year's resolution. You see what I mean? So it's no deadline on when you can take the course. But in January 2021, it's going to be a whole nother price. So that's why I say it's self-directed. It's on TonyGatsonAcademy.com. And then Self-Love You, that's only if you just need a payment plan for the courses. But the same courses that's on Self-Love You is on TonyGatsonAcademy.com. But Self-Love You is cheaper because you can get the courses, I think, the Life and Love courses for $19.99 a month. And then when you finish them, you could cancel your subscription. Miss Marie, God bless you now. Bless you. But y'all remember now, write down TonyGaskinsAcademy.com because that course going up on Monday. And some of y'all be writing in, oh, can you take it back? Nope, the system done went on forward. Now you should have borrowed the money from your grandma and then paid her back on Monday or Tuesday when you get paid. So they're asking me to up in my whole business and try to turn back the hands of time. No, it going up on June 1st. All right. Wait on it. Play with it. Azula T, God bless you now. Love your last video on black men. How can you heal the relationship with my dad when it's one-sided? Try to express how I feel about him not being in my life, but he's ignoring it, but telling me to build. Well, you're going to have to try a different approach. Everybody don't communicate the same way. So you may have to say it in a different way. You may have to build without talking about it right now. Just build. He may be saying like, listen, let's not harp on the past and how you hurt, and let's focus on the present so we could build a better future. Us harping on the past is nothing I could do about that. I cannot change that. I don't have the words to express what I did and why I did it. See, some men just cannot communicate like that because men are not taught to communicate. Men are raised, shut up, big boys don't cry, suck it up. So some men don't even have the words to satisfy a woman's mind or heart. And this your daddy. So just focus on building. Go bowling. Not literally, because they got 19 on the bowling ball, but go out to eat, or curbside delivery. And just sit and talk. Talk about his dream. Talk about his goals. Talk about that. And then the deeper y'all get, the more you start to build, you may find a time to bring up how it affected you. But it might not be a day one conversation or right now conversation. Miosha, God bless you now. Guy messaged me on Facebook, exchange numbers, text convo. We in 2 different states. He has not called yet. Just met Tuesday. Red flag, want to meet. Well, it's just Friday now. Man don't work for the phone service, for the telephone company now. So y'all talking in the message. Y'all in 2 different states. More so than him not calling yet, the bigger thing is that y'all in 2 different states. So with that being the case, you might just be wasting your time, period. Sarah E, God bless you now. New boyfriend is coming over tomorrow for a movie night. How to create atmosphere, non-sexual, and how politely reject any advances. Well, you can't play with fire and say, how can I play with this fire and not get burned? How can I stick this fire stick down my throat and not let it burn my esophagus? You see what I mean? So he don't need to be at your house, especially right now with this here 19 out there, because it's still alive and well. We ain't got no cure. So he come in your house coughing. Touching your toilet stool handle when he got to use the bathroom, touching all over your appliances, touching all over, and then next thing you know, 2 weeks from now, you going to meet the Lord. You having a movie night with the Lord because you didn't let a man come in your house when we just got out of lockdown 24 seconds ago. You see what I'm saying? So first you got to be, okay, it's a 19. What y'all need to do is get on FaceTime and put Netflix on and y'all watch it together. He watch it at his house, you watch it at your house. Say, what you need to tell him tonight, you know what? My immune system is feeling a little compromised, and I would never forgive myself if you come over here and I cough on you. And so I just think it'll be best, like, maybe we could get on the phone and we could pick a movie and we could hit play at the same time. And you have popcorn, I have popcorn, and let's just be creative, just because I'm also asthmatic, and because you might be asthmatic. And if you come over here and you are asymptomatic and I'm asthmatic, those 2 A's do not go together. And so let's just give this a couple more weeks. So just take your time on this situation. And this is what you got to think of, the ounce of prevention instead of the pound of cure. See, love, God bless you now. God bless you. Counsel a CST today. I don't know what CST is. Maybe customer. It was the best. Finished certification and want to start, but have a full-time job in school and raising 2-year-old. So don't have much time, but helping others is my gift. Suggestions on how to fit in coaching too. Well, it might not be the season right now. So with coaching, what you could do if you have a day, if you got 2 days off, maybe on one of those days off, you can make 1 hour available. So what that also does is it creates scarcity. So when people bump into your profile on mymentor.life, they see that you only got 1 hour available on one day of the week. That creates scarcity. They like, whoa, she booked. You hit me? She booked. Let me get on her books. So maybe just start with 1 hour on one of your days off. And that hour could be the hour that your 2-year-old is napping, or that your mom can come over and watch your 2-year-old. And just that 1 hour. Start with that. That's how I started. Donetta, God bless you now. My ex is toxic. The relationship was toxic. He is turning our 17-year-old son against me. Donetta, I answered your question the last time you asked that question on the last Q&A. So what you're gonna have to do is go back to the last Q&A and watch that Q&A over again. Cause I can't remember what I told you, and I don't want to tell you something different this time. But I answered your question on the last one. Now you probably asked the question and then started cooking or something, or so got a phone call came in. So go back to the last date. I think it was Wednesday night. That I answered your question. God bless you now. WA, we'll go with WA. Thank you. God bless you. Now my ex is at Minnesota or Minneapolis and is black. Is black. Oh, is that black? BLK? We ended on bad terms 6 months ago. I blocked him. Now I decided to reach out and ask if him and the family are okay. Now he has been continuing convos. What should I do? Conversation. I'll keep it moving. Because see, y'all ended on bad terms 6 months ago. And now BLK, I don't know if that stands for black, but from what I know, that stands for black. So if you put black, that means you must be of another race. And he up there where the rioting is. Yeah, he probably needs somebody to talk to now. But if he didn't 6 months ago, he ain't come chase you, I go on about my business. Because if he wanted you, he would have come chase you. But you wrote him. And so now you curious about entertaining it. You shouldn't even have that in your mind. If you were genuinely writing him to see if he okay, that should be all you want to know. Okay, you all right? All right, good to hear from you. Nice, thank you. Well, great. Okay, thank you. All righty, well, take care now. And then go on about your business, because he'll slip back in there and you'll be hemmed up in 12 months from now. Bloom Jazzy, God bless you. I'm being heavily pursued by my neighbor. His wife just left him 2 months ago. He's 53, I'm 42. How do I let him down easy and remain friends without misleading him? Well, what you have to do on a situation like that is just say, hey, I kind of can sense that there's a little something here, but I'm just not interested in dating someone that I live by, because I'm not in that kind of space, and I just don't believe that this can work with you being on the rebound after just losing your woman 2 months ago. So I never date a man inside of 6 months of a breakup, sometimes 12 months, and especially someone I live by, because if things don't go right now, I'm dreading coming home to the place that should be an oasis. So you put that in whatever kind of words you need to, but that's what you let them know. Because if that was your man, if he was meant to be your man, you'll feel an overwhelming peace about it in your spirit. Dominique, God bless you now. Hey Tony, thank you for all you do. What is my ex subliminally trying? Why is my ex subliminally trying to impress me and get my attention on social media? He also seems like he's trying to be in competition with me. Why? What is he trying to do? That means that he's hurting. That means that the soul tie is strangling him. Sometimes y'all hear me say the soul tie is strangling him. So when you think about a soul tie, it's emotional. But if you make it a physical thing, it would be like wrapping a rope around somebody's waist and pulling it like this right here. So you going that way. He trying to go that way, but because of that emotional tie, while you going that way, it's tugging on him. And then sometimes it'll slip on up, slip on up, slip on up. You hear me? And that soul tie start to strangle him, meaning that he just start to think about you a whole lot more, start to miss you, start to just reminisce, start to go through stuff, and he feeling hurt, but too egotistical to admit his wrongs, to let you know that he was wrong, to apologize, so he start to do other stuff. Okay, I see like no other. Now, what that mean? Yo, you texting this from your phone? That's your signature on your phone? Cherie Avery, pop back in here now. God bless you. Ex and I sleeping together still. Just last week, he had someone called yesterday. No answer. This hurts after 8 years. Yeah, Cherie, you're going to need coaching. You're going to need coaching. That's deeper than this here Q&A. You're going to need some coaching. Because right now you're playing yourself like a game of Monopoly. So you're going to need some coaching, sister. You're going to have to get that on together. NRN, thank you for delivering wisdom. Hey, God bless you now. Sabrina, God bless you. Hi, Tony. Is it likely for a man to be genuine when he calls me sis and tells me he loves me? He said, and tells me he loves me and not wanting anything more. And can you read my pic? Thanks for all you do. No, I can't read your picture because I can't zoom in tonight on here. I don't know how my pores sitting on me. I ain't did my face treatment, so I ain't gonna be able to slide in on you tonight. But yeah, he lying. The man lying, and he trying to soften you up. He trying to soften you up so he can get you on your back. So he lying, cause don't nobody be. When we go to playing about that, I love you, and all that. You know, that just, unless he like, you know, he married and faithful and man of the church, and you know, it's a sisterly love, like a real devout Christian, and it's love your sis like that. But if he's saying love in a different way, you probably wouldn't be asking that question. And Brooke, God bless you now. And from your picture, what I could see, now here you look Indian, not you, but you could be black or Hispanic or what have you. And you look like you put up with too much. The way you got your hair dropped with the curl, it looked like you put up with a whole lot. It looked like you got standards, but you don't state your standards. So you have a rounder face, so round represent naive, like mine. I just got a beard right now, so you can't see, but see how I got big round eyes? So people look at us as naive, and they play on us. So that's what this man think he doing. He trying to play on you to sneak in because he think you don't see what's coming. And then he gonna try to get you on your back. And when I be telling y'all about this here, okay, pay attention. No, Caesar can't read your picture. Not down there in the regular line. You gotta get up here in the VIP line. DF, God bless you. My boyfriend used to be so into me, but I wasn't emotionally intelligent or as mature as I am now. Can I make my boyfriend fall back in love with me? You possibly can. It depends on how he was raised. You know, so it depends on how he was raised. If he's like an introvert and he is a passive guy, then yes, you can. If you've changed, then you can love his socks off. But if he got any kind of savage in him, he got any kind of dog in him, you'll be playing yourself. So if you know he got a little bit of savage or a little bit of dog in him, and you trying to go back and bend over backwards the win his love after you was disrespectful, you gonna get hurt. Gabby, God bless you. Now, read a woman's influence in one day. Wow, you really could read now. And read and make it work. Now, I'm realizing that my fiance may not be able to give me what I'm worth. Should I give him a chance to work on things after our break is over? Okay, so that's your fiance and y'all on break. You got to ask yourself is how many chances have you given him? If the next time after break, if that'll be his second chance, and he willing to read a woman's influence and make it work with you and talk through it with you, and you do a session individually, he does a session individually, then y'all do a session together. If he willing to go through that process, then it's worth giving it a shot. One last shot. Now, if this the third, fourth, fifth chance, then no. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Is it possible that I'm an experienced woman, happily married, but still learning? Using your advice for my daughters, need them to be on their toes. I don't know what you mean by is it possible. But yeah, you still could be learning now. We always learning, and I'm glad you're on here. I'm glad you're on here. I want y'all married folks to feel like y'all welcome too, even though I'm mostly talking, to those dating, but a lot of this stuff can apply to marriages too. Let me see. Hey, I got 15 minutes now. To my moderators, y'all could rest. Y'all could rest. Y'all could take the rest of the night off and enjoy the chats. Unless somebody get out of hand now, go on, put them, block them, time out, whatever your things let you do. But y'all don't have to, you know, work the chat like that. I appreciate y'all support and y'all help on here. I got pregnant. He didn't let me go back in my country, so we got married. After 2 months, I found out he cheated with a fixed woman. He cheated me again, another in my last month of pregnancy. Sis, if you got a few dollars to your name, if you don't, you need to start working from home or get your job somewhere. But yeah, it's going to be time for you to go. It's going to be time for you to go. Lachey, God bless you. Now you're in the chat. I let the moderator take the last 15 minutes off. Now make sure you put hashtag Q in front of your question still. And y'all, when somebody asks a question, don't y'all answer the question. People don't like too many people answering their question now. So I don't mind you chatting, but don't be, because sometimes y'all answer a question, it'd be the opposite of what I'm finna say. So now who know what they talking about? Okay. Felicia J, God bless you. Now, dated a man 8 months. Things was great. Things went downhill when he is losing or changing his job. I surprised him with a Christmas gift. His sons was there, whom I haven't met. He stopped communicating for 5 months, but checking my Facebook what to do. Go on about your business, sis. Go on about your business. Okay. Man to stop communicating with you for 5 months, go on about your business. It's all the way over. It's all the way over. Is it smart to collaborate as a new coach? Is it smart to collaborate as a new coach? Instagram Live or Zoom? It can't hurt if you can kind of look at what the coach is doing and see what the coach is doing, and you kind of could see their brand. I did that when I was building my brand. I don't collaborate anymore because just a brand alignment is so tricky, because a lot of people don't take care of their brand and treat their brand the right way. So you kind of got to be mindful of that. But if it look like they've been around for a while, and they have some consistency and they willing to collaborate with you, which a lot of times they won't be because y'all not on the same level if you just getting started out. So you kind of got to be careful with the collaboration. Because a lot of times it's not going to benefit you, but it could hurt you, because if you collaborate with somebody, like I could collaborate with somebody that y'all think is legit, but you don't actually know the person, just like you don't actually know me. So all you going by is what you see online. So I could collaborate with somebody, but then that person could be putting hands on a woman. That woman that he putting hands on could respect me and listen to my message. But when I collaborate with him and I don't know him personally and been around him, now I lose every single woman that he's mistreating. I lose them from hearing my message. So that's why I don't align my brand with people unless I know them personally, then spent time with them, then look them in the eyes, then talk to them for hours, and even then I still get fooled sometimes. Yes, I meant black. Thanks, Tony. I will be taking your advice. Thank you. Okay, so you of a different race then. And y'all ended on bad terms 6 months ago. Yeah. If my ex says that I'm his wife and will do whatever it takes to make it work, but when I check his account, I can see hotel receipts, is that something to be concerned about even though we're not together? No, it ain't nothing to be concerned about because y'all not together. So he's not gonna be faithful to you if y'all not together, because y'all not together. So what he doing is not cheating. Now, if you say yes, let's work it out. Let's get back exclusive and let's focus on one another. And then you find the hotel receipts and he wasn't away on no business trip. Now you got an issue. Now you got something going on. Pretty Taurus, God bless you now. New guy says he's very interested in me. FaceTime daily. Says he's open to a relationship but wants to make sure I'm not crazy first. Red flag. Thanks for all you do. Um, if a man FaceTiming you, for one, that's a good thing, because that means he think you pretty. Because man is not gonna FaceTime a woman that he think looks challenged. So if he FaceTiming you, that means he think you pretty. Now I'm waiting to see if you not crazy. That is kind of a red flag, because if a man really like you, he not even gonna let that come out his mouth. Even if that is what he's saying, he's not gonna say that. So when a man says that, it kind of puts him in a position of power, like he is the prize. Like, and so, but then why that even came up, the bad part is if you ask him, does he want a relationship and what does he want and what is this? That's where you went wrong. So then you came off as desperate by bringing that conversation up. And so he said, well, I'm open to a relationship, but I'm waiting to make sure you ain't crazy. So now that's where you came off desperate. You got out of hand when you should let him initiate that conversation. And so now you put him on a pedestal, put him in the power position, saying, do you want me? Then he say, well, I might want you, but you might be crazy. So let me hold off. So now you put all the power in his hand instead of him pursuing you like the prize. Now he think he the prize. Brooke, God bless you. Now, Brooke, look like you don't know what you doing. Cause you sent a blessing now. This is your second blessing on here. Then you just wrote Tony. And you ain't write nothing else. Okay. So this might be Brooke first time on this here live. Oh, okay. You black as well, just from Africa. Y'all see all these caveats and nuances with these questions? You need a session. Okay. So he black. You black too. Just cause you from Africa, you still black. Africa, you black. You black too. Both of y'all black. In America, y'all going through the same thing. In America, you might go through worse than he go through. I'm thinking you white or Indian. Talking about he black. I'm black too. I'm just from Africa. That's black. God bless you now. God bless you. Y'all. But it get hard working with y'all ladies now. Y'all got some caveats and nuances. You hear me? Libra, God bless you now. 15 months together, engaged. In the beginning, talk every day. Now a combination of video, talk, text but talk every other day. Meets my standards and preferences. Should I still marry him? 15 months together. It sounds like he on his way out, sis. It sounds like he on his way out because 15 months by by that 12-month mark is where he asked you to be his wife. Now, okay, so yeah, y'all engaged. Okay, y'all engaged. But see, now that y'all talk, you don't talk to your wife every other day. So it sounds like this engagement about to come to an end, sis. T West, God bless you. So I would look a little closely into that. And I would check him on that. Cause see, you got the right to check him because this your fiance. This ain't your boyfriend. This your fiance. And say, hey, what's going on with the communication? Because I've never known a married couple to talk every other day. And when you are engaged, that means you are in waiting of your wedding date. And that's the other thing. Do you have a wedding date? Because listen, engaged don't mean nothing. Engaged don't mean nothing. Okay, Sheila say Brooke asked her question 2 times, 2 posts before she sent the money. Now, Brooke, when you send that blessing now, you supposed to type the question in there. Cause I don't see all the chats, but if you send a blessing, I see your question with the blessing. You see how other people send. You see how this right here. You see Libra Davis, how she put the question with the blessing. That's how this here work. Okay, Brooke. All right. So going forward, when you hit that blessing to send that 9.99, that's where you type your question at. Okay, after these 14 days, Brooke questions, after these 14 days, how do you know if he really wants to change? You won't know. What you'll know, you won't know just if he want to change. How you find that out is you have your stipulation. So when you take a man back, what you doing is you saying, hey, if we're going to work on this, I think we need to get some knowledge for a healthy relationship. So let's read this book. Let's take this online course. Let's do 4 sessions of coaching with a coach from mymentor.life. So you have stipulations in place. When you say this is what I'm going to need to build trust to get back with you, now if he wants to be with you, he's going to say, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I'm all in. But if he says, nah, we don't need to talk to anybody, and why we got to read the book? Man, he probably cheating on his wife, or she probably cheating on her husband. Why we got to read somebody else's book? We could write the book. We done been through enough to write the book. What you want to read somebody else's book for? If he got excuses for why he doesn't want to do what you saying you need, then that's what lets you know he's not ready. Boyfriend of a long time says he's going to stop talking and more doing to grow. But then he's showing me off on video chat. Somebody asked a question and your question disappeared on me. I was right there on the question too. Okay, let me see. Showing me off on video chat, D near naked to his boy he just met. Broke it off. I'm hurt and mad. Let it go. Boyfriend of a long time. Showing you off about half naked to a man he just met? It sounds like he like men. It sounds like he like men. And he like to turn out straight men. So he trying to turn his boy on by showing him his woman. Trying to turn his boy on. Get him excited. So he could feel that energy of his boy being excited. But it ain't no man in the world that is straight all the way and love his woman, gonna show his woman off on video chat, half naked to another man. Yeah, he might like men. Ashley P, God bless you. Hey, this is my last question now. This is my last question. Come to my time up here. Ashley P, I have scoliosis. It affects my posture often. Feel like men don't see me for me. I'm working on correcting it, but often feel judged because of it. How can I change that? Can you read my picture? No, I can't read your picture because you from a side angle. But you can't see, a lot of times we get caught up in our head. We get caught up in our head and we judging ourselves. And we looking at something and we saying, oh, everybody judging this. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is something bad. But people may not actually be thinking that. And then you also got to say, okay, this is what I'm living with. Are you okay with somebody who living with the same thing? Sometimes when it comes to the foundation of things, we might be built for somebody who has experienced. It may be a man who has corrected his, and he sees you and he knows exactly what it's like to be in that position and be correct and working on correcting your posture, and he knows what that's like. Now, if you looking sad, down, depressed because of what you telling yourself, you're going to look too down and out, or you're going to be walking too fast for him to even catch up to you or to approach you, or you're going to be looking unapproachable. So you can't beat yourself up in your mind. Instead, you got to be like, okay, hey, I'm all right. I'm going to meet my husband. I'm going to meet my husband. I'm blessed and highly favored. And you still got to have a good presence about you and be pleasant so that when you walk across the man that's meant for you, he can see your natural true beauty. Well, Melissa, thank you for all you do. Hey, bless you now. Bless you. Hey, I said no more questions now. And here y'all is. Let me get this question in real quick. Del V, God bless you now. Hi, Tony. My boyfriend and I have opposite schedules. We can't spend much quality time together. We have a few minutes each day. Is this worth it? That's a personal choice, sis. Me personally, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but that's a personal choice on that one, sis. But cause hey, I'm pretty sure stranger things have happened. So you just gotta ask if you got the heart, to deal with it. And y'all maybe got to be creative in a different way. Or one of y'all change y'all shift. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody put no to your head to tell you to work this shift. So y'all might need to one of y'all try to change that shift. I know sometimes you got to stay on that shift for X amount of time, but submit it to the Lord in prayer. If you feel like that's your husband, submit it to the Lord in prayer. Take it to the boss. Maybe see somebody on another shift that might want to change because they might need to flip their shift because of their relationship. Start praying about it because and you might bump into somebody that want to switch shifts. But that's a personal choice. The writer, Sai, God bless you. Hi, I want to remain single until my kids are grown. They are in elementary. Any tips with loneliness? I'm still healing. You won't be lonely or hurting if you make your children your complete world. So you invest everything you got into them. You studying every day with them, hour, 2 hours. You take them to the museum when they open up. You take them to see different parts of the country. Even if it's a road trip, you putting them in extracurricular activities. You might have to sacrifice $15, $20 an hour for a couple hours a week for a nanny to help you out if you need that. You might need to, be very creative and make them your everything. Make them your everything. And right, I don't know when I'm gonna do that call-in show again. I don't know if I'm gonna do that again because I coach throughout the day, paid coaching sessions. So when I get on that phone at night talking to people that just want to talk, and that's what I get paid to do as a professional now, I don't be having the energy. This right here is just a question. I just could read the question and just go. I just go on about my business. Hey, God bless y'all. Thank y'all for being on here. Remember, for y'all aspiring life coaches, go to TonyGacksonAcademy.com. You don't need a coupon code. I just set it at a discounted price so you don't have to worry about trying to find a coupon code. But the price increased Monday. So now I'm telling you now. The price increased Monday. God bless you. I'm going to try to get a video up tomorrow and my Sunday sermon, Lord willing. Everything go well. God bless you, and I appreciate your love and support. We'll be in touch.